Hi ladies, so you just got your new 3D Fiber Lash Plus mascara and you want to know how to get the most out of it, right? So it came in your little box. Make sure you go ahead and open that up. And if you have one that says in this pink part here, Moodstruck 3D Fiber Lashes Plus, that means you have our new formula. And our new formulas are amazing, and that's really what I'm going to be teaching you tips and tricks on today, okay? So when you get it, it comes in a little black sleeve. Oh, there it is. I knew I had it somewhere. It comes like this. Both of your tubes are going to be in there, right? The first thing you want to know is that you need to make sure that it has been warmed up a little bit. This is the case for any mascara, not just ours. If it's cold, if it's been sitting outside and it was snowing out there and you bring it in, it's not going to work as well. So make sure you get it up to room temperature or a little warmer. What I like to do, because sometimes my upstairs gets cold, is grab it out and put it either under my arm or right in my chest here to warm it up for a few seconds before I use it, which is what I did for this video. So excuse me for the weirdness, but I'm totally reaching into my shirt to get these. You've got your two type fibers here. You've got your bigger tube, which is your gel, and your smaller tube, which is your fibers. Sorry, your small two tubes. And you are going to want to use both of them most of the time, but you don't have to. The gel is black, and you can use that by itself as a normal mascara if you're just rushing out the door and you want something real quick. This stuff is still better than any other mascara you will ever use just on its own. Both are hypoallergenic, both are naturally based, both are ophthalmologist approved, so they're not going to hurt your eyes. These things are amazing. So we'll start with our gel. I'm going to tell you guys some tips. You don't have to do all of these tips. The basic application is going to be gel, fiber, gel. That's the basic application to get fuller, longer lashes. And if you stick to that, you'll be fine. But I'm going to show you some little tips that I like to do to really bring up that drama factor a little bit, and that you can try as well. I encourage you to play with them. The first 2 times I was like, these are pretty, but I'm not getting the results like the person I'd seen. And then all of a sudden something clicked. And then I got perfect results every time after that. So I want you guys to play with them a couple times, all right? So I'm going to start out with the gel. You always want to swirl your gel or your fibers. Once again, this is true of any mascara. When you pump it, you're going to dry your mascara out faster. So swirl. And then I love to show off this new wand because you see how it's made? It's specifically made that way so that you are getting the most separation out of your lashes. And that's what we want, right? So I'm going to go ahead and show you guys how to do this. First, you're going to take your gel and you're just going to put on a coat. You want to concentrate on these outside corners because naturally our lashes are a little thicker out there, so we want to make sure that those are nice and thick. But you're just going to put a nice coat of this gel on. Now this is part of the tip that I'm going to tell you guys. I'm going to put a nice coat of gel on, and then I'm going to just give it a couple seconds to dry. Putting this first coat of gel on, what this is going to do is it's just going to really separate your lashes out, and you just give it a second or so to dry, and then that's going to make sure that when you go back in with your gel fiber gel application, you're going to get even fuller, even more separated lashes, and that's the trick that I'm wanting to show you guys. So I just gave it a second to dry. So now I'm going to start my gel fiber gel. I'm going to get my gel out again. Like I said, you don't have to do that first coat, but it's just a little trick to make things a little more fun. I'm going to go ahead and go through, and the more I pull this through, the more it's going to separate. You guys can already start seeing my lashes because this gel is so amazing. It makes your lashes look longer and thicker by itself, and then the fibers are just going to take it to an insane level. So we are just going ahead and putting this on here. I have another little mirror off to the side that I'm making sure I get a nice good coat on. Okay, and I'm really concentrating on the outside lashes. I like to do the tops of my lashes too. Once again, that's a trick. You don't have to do the tops of your lashes too, but I like to do that to get a nice little bit of a fuller look, okay? So even there, just to start, they're looking great, right? So now we switch very quickly to the fibers. You don't want to do your whole eye. You want to do one at a time. So you have a choice. You can either roll your fibers on the back of your hand. What that's going to do is it's going to really make your fibers go on very straight, give you more length, and make sure that none of them fall off on your cheek. Or you can take your fibers and kind of mess them up against the side of your tube, and that's going to put more fibers on. So you're going to get more length and thickness, but you're probably going to have some fall off onto your cheek. Now that's not the end of the world either. If that happens, we just take our finger and brush them away. It's not a problem. But it is still, if you would rather be very careful and just to be able to very gently place your fibers, go ahead and roll them on the back of your hand first. Okay, so now you guys are starting to see where I'm getting real length and thickness coming in here, right? All right. So, there we go. Big, big lashes, which is amazing. I did have a fiber fall off, but it's not a big deal, you know. Get rid of it, you move on. Okay, so now that we've done that, we're going to let those fibers sit for a second. The reason why we do that is we want to make sure they adhere really well to the gel. I'm going to go ahead and put on my bottom coat here. Now, a lot of ladies just use the gel on the bottom, and that's fine. If you're not worried about having longer or thicker lashes down there, just use the gel, and that's perfectly fine. For me, I don't have many bottom lashes either, so I'm going to go ahead and put fibers on there as well, okay? There we go. Starting to see, oh yeah, there they come. You're starting to see those big, nice, thick lashes coming in. That's what I want. All right. So now that we have fibers on both sides, we've let them sit for a little bit. We're going to go back to that gel. I told you it's gel, fiber, gel. And we're going to seal those in really, really nicely. Now, if you had any extra fibers, if you thought that it looked a little clumpy, this is where it's going to take off any extras. It's going to make sure that it's separating your lashes out. It's going to leave you with a really fantastic lash look. If you want to go down from the top a little bit too to seal in, if you put any fibers on the backs of your lashes, do that. But then make sure that you come back over them this way so you're training your lashes to go in the right direction, right? So I did the top lash to top lid to really seal those in. Now I'm going to do the bottom. All right. There we go. We're all sealed in. So, you see these big amazing lashes now? Aren't they pretty? Huge difference from my barely there nothing over here. All right, so now I'm going to tell you a couple more tricks. One trick is you can blow out your hairdryer. You can face it straight up, and you can blow straight up. What that's going to do is it's going to blow off any extra fibers. It's going to blow the fibers up towards the tips of your lashes to get a little more length to it. It's going to curl your lashes. Fantastic trick. You don't have to do that trick anymore. There is another option, and the other option for curling your lashes, which I just love, is that once it is dried a little bit, you can take your lashes and just kind of push them up. Push them up and just hold them there for a couple seconds. See how they're already starting to curl up real well? This stuff is so great at holding its position. So I'm just pushing those lashes up to make sure I curl them really, really well. And you can kind of do the tops of them as well. And that's going to curl your lashes and make them a little more obvious, a little bigger, even without a hairdryer trick. So those are the tricks and tips that I love. I hope you guys love them too. And if you have any questions about your new mascara, just let me know. I'm happy to help. Thanks, guys.